How's it going, folks? It's Lobo, and thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of The Penguin, this being episode 6, and I believe it is also called Gold Summit. Last week was Homecoming, and if you haven't seen that, you can find that in the description, as well as my previous reactions if those are of any interest to you. But right now, we have episode 6, only 2 more episodes after this, and the show is done. Fina. That's it. This is a limited series. There's not going to be season 2. It's definitely sad to see it go, but it's also exciting for the future because this is serving the overall larger story of the Batman and how it's going to fit into the trajectory of where Bruce is going and Batman. And Penguin's got to be at point for the next movie, but also if he gets caught, if he gets put in jail, that's why we are not having another season. So how this plays out, I'm excited to see. I also saw the teaser for the next episode because I'm starting to do that now. And I see that Zhao is back. Oz has the triad on his side. And a funny thing about that is yesterday I just finished another playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima because when episode 3, when Zhao came on the screen, I was like, oh my God, Sensei Ishikawa. And that made me want to play Ghost again, which I did. And I just finished my playthrough yesterday. So kind of funny, but I'm excited to see him back. I was wondering if that was just like a one-time thing dealing with him, but apparently not. So we're gonna see how this all shakes out. We have Oz with the triad versus Sofia Gigante paired with Salvatore Maroni. Holy shit. It's now 9 o'clock, so I'm excited. We're gonna get started here. I hope you guys are too. Here we are. This is episode 6 of the Penguin Gold Summit.
Thanks for the keys, Oz. They never could have busted out with.
I also love to imagine Sal just hopped on a boat or like a jet ski to get off Blackgate, because Blackgate's on an island. How the hell did he pull that off while injured from a stab wound? Snowy Gotham.
Maroni's? Sure. Sal's out of Blackgate.
Winter's here, baby. There might have been a slight time jump here because he has to set up shop. Could have taken a couple of weeks. This is Vic on the bike.
We started with 2 buckets. 2 fucking buckets.
Yeah, it's been a while.
More cash we bring in. That's food on the table and clothes on your backs, fellas. I get it. You won't see any trouble. As long as your mouth.
Pack and iron.
It's cash.
I say construction.
Construction. We're all in construction.
Kid, not bad. Make a businessman out of you yet.
He's wearing a football jersey. Vic Stone? Probably not.
But the Triads, they got the connects to take our operation international. It's a whole different sport, kid. That's where all the money's at.
The big leagues. Overseas trading.
City Hall's rationing electricity, sending it all to the rich neighborhoods.
Of course they are, fucking pricks.
I made that drop.
Yeah.
Someone had eyes on the Suldens.
Yeah.
Try to follow me.
You see you go on the ground?
No.
As long as we say shot, duck them in the tunnels. These Maroni, Gigante, whatever the fucks, they can sniff around all they want. But you and me, look around. Look what we got, kid.
It obviously is not going to last.
You know how meaningful that is, Vic? To be the guy in the neighborhood who takes care of people.
That's what he always wanted.
Victor Aguilar. Oswald Cobb. Yeah. Our names are gonna live forever.
Rip Vic, man. We know it's gonna happen somehow. Has she been with him? Yeah. This guy got exactly what he wanted. I don't believe it. I knew this. This would be like a comic label. Look out, Gotham. The simp man is in town. Lucky bastard.
When you find Oz, feel free to take advantage of my expertise.
Dude played the waiting game for quite literally a decade. Patience pays off. If that's one lesson we could take out of this episode, patience is key, my friends.
You know, fugitives really shouldn't leave their rooms.
I love that he's cooking. You are cooked!
I believe you opened that.
What? It was just gathering dust.
Sounds like the father she wished she could have had, because he was all about family. Something she pointed out last episode.
Do you want this chopped?
Sure.
Leo spotted Oz's driver delivering product in Sullivan territory and lost him. Said he disappeared. I wouldn't have pegged you as a cook.
No. Nadia showed me her family recipes so I could pass them down. Mind you.
Yeah, those Arkham days.
Taj was right. It is very good with the yogurt.
This dynamic is very interesting.
So the weed is sneaking around the city. He's supplying the street with your drug.
He needs the triads to make waves, and they made a deal with me, not us.
Sophia. People buy from whoever's selling. Oz got that tip from Carmine. Stings, don't it?
They both mention names they shouldn't have.
And I think that we just have to make it very clear. Playing with us comes at a cost.
Make an example out of one of them. Real gang war. Go against the lesser ones, too. Now that we have Snow in the mix, I just have to say, I hope to God Matt Reeves gets Greg Fraser back, because he might have to shoot Dune next summer, so he can't return, which would just be an absolute disaster. That has me very worried. I'll probably talk about it after this episode, but that has me stressing.
The fucking heat's off.
Yeah, Oz, power's
All
out.
right, I heard you. Kind of reminds me of Paulie's Diner. Don't it, Mom?
Thank you, sweetheart. You're a good boy.
Mom. We ain't gonna be here much longer. Not with all the cash we got coming in. Ain't that right, Vic? Vic.
Oh, yeah, big money.
Paulie's Diner.
You remember?
Wasn't that the diner in Arkham Knight?
Whether you like it or not, they're your boys. They're fucking freezing.
Mom, what are you talking about?
If you can't get the heat back on, I'll go to Rex. We'll get it done.
Hey, you're confused.
Cause Jack went to pay the bill. That's gonna be back home
Jack's
soon.
downtown.
That's all.
This whole time.
Stop it, you're making a voice.
I'm sorry, I thought.
Hey, no.
Can't feed into her fantasy.
Brother, you ain't got no right, you understand?
You overstepping, Vic. Jesus.
I'm Oswald. I ain't dead, right? Jack and Rex, none of them are here no more.
I'll take care of my music.
Hey, pull up the nose.
Watch.
Nah, it can't be that bad.
3 bodies have been found hanging,
That's Sullivan territory.
all, each of them with a severed finger.
Hanging in the fucking Mork and Mindy are flexing. Means anyone caught with our product gets it. None of those lightweight assholes have the balls or the muscle to fight back. This close to a deal with the triads.
What if you, what?
What if I gave it the fuck away?
That smile.
Drop the product in any diner, any bar, any fucking restaurant. Anybody who wants it gets it. You understand? Gotta know the bliss is in their hood, whether they fucking like it or not. We're creating demand. Gonna give every motherfucker in this city a free taste. No! I got this shit on the street!
Look at all of his guys. The new Kingpin of Gotham. He's coming.
Hey, yo, Victor.
Oh, God. There's Squid.
Damn, you a sneakerhead now, Victor?
No, these are, it's B grade, bro.
B grade, come on, man. Don't do me like that. We go back, right? Yo, where you getting your money from, Victor? Because other people in the point are flush with cash.
Squid, I'm not a part of any drug.
Ah.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Oh,
man.
come on, man. That old lady I saw you with up by Calvin's the other night. What's good with her? Maybe I'll go looking for her. Is that what you want?
Oh, fuck. Tell Oz about this guy. He's gonna shoot him? Imagine. His old sped. I feel like Eve is gonna be a loose thread because last episode Oz let slip that it's not just him and Vic at the apartment, there was someone else, and I feel like that could bite him in the end. Maybe. I don't know. It's a very tense episode. I can feel it in my heart.
We gotta find someone he cares about.
It doesn't. It's his greatest asset.
It's gonna be Eve, get to his mom, something like that. Tacky.
I know.
Who are they?
His brothers. His mother is dead too. I never heard much about his father.
So he's got nothing. He takes everything from me,
And he's got nothing.
Practice your swing.
Jeez. She's gonna remember Eve at some point. Smell maybe perfume in there, panties, I don't know. Cause she was with her at the club. Yep. I mean, he called her his lady friend. That was his alibi.
Ma, you alright? Mom, what happened?
Just get me out of here.
Mom, the water's fucking freezing. How long you been in here? There you go. There you go. Mom, listen to me. You're gonna be alright. We just gotta...
This thing I got, it's You goddamn dirty thief. I can't do numbers no more. I'm seeing things that ain't real. I ain't gonna live like a goddamn vegetable. I just ain't gonna do it. You understand?
No, what do you mean?
If my mind goes before my body's ready, I need you to help me. You gotta help me die.
You die. Jeez, I ain't thinking straight.
Then now I am. If I lose my dignity, what else I got, huh?
Can't do it.
Sure you can. Look at me, sweetheart. Oh, you'll be all right. I know you will. You're my brave boy.
He asking me to do something. It ain't natural.
No! I have given you everything. I have given you everything.
Yeah, you have.
Say you'll do it. You mean it, because you love me. Say it.
I'll do it.
Good. Good.
Come on, let's get you dressed.
Oz said his mom's what keeps him good. So what happens when she goes? Not on her terms. If Sophia gets to her, completely different story. His face looks so real.
You look gorgeous, man.
You, hear anything yet?
Tell this man about Squid before Vic is gonna screw it up. Oz will deal with him.
We maybe got a problem. Everybody calls him Squid. He's the guy that I boosted your rims for. Asking questions about us, and I don't think he's gonna stop.
It's cold in here, right?
You mention his mom. This needs to be solved now.
They don't even know what she's got. Thing called Louis body. What the fuck is that now? How am I supposed to protect her from something like that? What you were saying before. You got a problem?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
Don't say that. Oz will take care of it.
Her name's Eve.
Oh, shit. The hangman cometh. This was her fear.
Sure about that?
Never seen the bitch.
I mean, like, Eve is, if you want to say queen of the neighborhood, her girls aren't going to give her up. Oh, Roxy?
We met at Apex. Doubt you remember, but I might be able to help for the right price.
Wow, that's surprising.
Councilman Haiti.
Oh, yeah, from the first episode.
I wrote you a note. You know, you never responded. Hurts my feelings.
Okay.
Okay? Well, you think I don't matter? Myself to some of your crooked friends? Huh?
Hey,
Huh? Come here.
hey, stop!
Oh, maybe I just talk. You think you could just raw dog?
Oh, that must hurt so bad.
Averting power from Crown Point. Families are living in the dark, the freeze, while you go home to your warm fuckpad mansion. It ain't right.
You know how much red tape and they're fuck stop! Please stop, fucker! Oh, please stop!
The sound design. Especially with headphones. Disgusting.
And I ain't someone's guy. My name's Oswald Cobb. Fuck out of here.
The Penguin. Meanwhile, there's a guy kneeling down on the rooftop just watching this. I wish. Wayne Tower. Dude, the skyline of the city in some of these shots looks amazing. Because they did shoot in New York, but a lot of that is not New York. That's CGI buildings and shit. Great job.
Look, man, I tried. Okay, they're not looking for. I know this is your neighborhood, right? They know that. Respect you. So, yeah.
How much is that?
And look, man, I can get you more next week. And the breaks and take things slow.
You can give me more next week?
Yeah.
Somebody running low. Shit's crazy. It's going fast. What, you think you big, Victor? Think you can pay me off? Huh? You just a kid from the bricks who can't even steal some rims, thinking he's big-time tough guy because he's working with Oz? What's his fuck? The Wizard of fucking Oz. Nobody sees this guy.
You gotta shoot him, Vic.
A bunch of heavy hitters are looking for him. Maybe I should help them out, make some real money. Or you take me to your boss. So what's it gonna be, Victor?
Oh, God.
Hey, he'll kill you.
Yeah, well, go take me to that motherfucker right now.
All right, yeah. Okay.
I can't wait to see this. If Vic doesn't kill him, because I think he's gonna pull out his gun, try to shoot him.
You a man now.
It's not even gonna be back for another few hours.
It's good with me.
Okay, I'm nervous, dude.
We're underground.
Shit, you digging holes or something?
Yep.
Fuck.
Turning point for Vic. Had to do it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Out of there. This music, that was fantastic. I wish there were more like subtle reminders that Batman exists. This feels, I hate to admit it, but it does feel a little disconnected. I need one bat signal shot, please, for the love of God.
What? Didn't recognize me? You don't seem surprised to see me.
I told Roxy to send you up.
Where is he?
He'd never tell someone like me something like that. You know Oz as well as I do.
Did he say Crown Point? I know he was so close to mentioning his mom, but did he mention Crown Point?
Oz ever seen this version of you?
A couple of times. He doesn't like it. He's not that complicated.
So, I used to lie to men like that.
But you don't have to anymore. You have the power now.
You are good at telling people what they want to hear.
That's her job. Ain't gonna work on Sophia.
You mean something to him.
He won't come for me if that's your plan. You were born into opportunity, honey, so you can afford to think in black and white. What I got with Oz, it ain't just one thing. I know what he is. A liar, narcissist. But we all got our shit, don't we? I mean, you certainly got yours. Yolanda, Jones, those women meant nothing to you. They were family to me.
You still think I'm the hangman? He never told you? My father killed those women, killed my mother. Oz knew. He has always known. Well, he helped cover it up so that my father could keep on killing women. He used me. He let me rot in Arkham. Kept you in the dark about all that, huh? Why? He would work for a man that murdered your friend, isn't it? If you fear me, you were his alibi. You knew.
Not at first. So, when you're done here, just leave my girls alone, okay?
That's why you asked me here. To save them. From the hangman. Your people protected you. They wouldn't give you up.
That's both ways.
Sophia definitely respects that.
Well, whatever I was born into, I'll never have that.
Crown Point.
Yeah, he did tell him.
By the zoo. But where you got that information?
It'll stay between us.
Shit. Oh god, dude, I really think Sophia's gonna get his mom then.
You good?
It was his first.
What's up with you? Something with that guy? You get away clean?
He knows.
Yeah, then don't look down. Meet me here. You've done the right thing. Protected those you care about. You're strong, kid.
Fuck.
It gets easier.
I love how the bridge has a statue. It's cool. Get that gothic architecture.
Well. Late to my own party. I got a little surprise for you here. Man.
It's a fucking joke. You vouch for this man?
That's right, Sal, he did. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gold Summit. The Triads, Sullivans, oldest crew in town. The most hated here among us. It's yours truly.
I got 3 of my guys strung up. 'Cause of you.
They're dead because the Maronis and Gigantes got the power to take you out. You want revenge? What the fuck is stopping you? They're right over there. They run shit. We eat shit. The sad thing, Donny boy, is they don't even know your fucking name. They don't know none of yours. But I do. You know Sal bitches and moan about Carmine stealing his drops business? But what do you think him and Sophia are gonna do to you, huh? They'll take your shit, your territories. That's what's coming. You know, not even a mile from here, there's a bunch of big-time city hall fucks drinking orange wine, they're making crooked deals to benefit them. Guess what? They can't fucking stand each other either. Just like you with the breaking bread, because they know that each of them on their own, they ain't got nothing. But together, those soft-bellied pricks, they run this whole fucking city. Why the hell not us? But the real power comes if we've got each other's backs.
This man's a fool. He betrays everyone he works with. Sofia Gigante, Alberto Falcone. No code, no class, and everyone here knows it.
Do they, Sal? Because here's what I know. Between us, we got more territory, more manpower than this city's ever seen. But I do got a fucking code. And I put my goddamn life on the line to share it with you. Come together right here, right now. They're gonna talk about this night. You know, the time that we decided that it's better to work with the ones we hate than live under those that they don't even know our fucking names.
I thought it was a good speech. If I was ever in this situation, which I would never be, I'd be like, I'm with you, Oz.
I popped Alberto Falcone. I did it all. So fucking what? Because at the end of the day, I'm just a poor kid from the east side who's got something to fucking prove, like all of you.
Zhao? Link?
Woo! We're taking back Gotham.
Jeez. I'm so worried Sophia's just gonna barge in.
Oh, what's happening? What's going on? Leave it on. Bad.
What was that? Go investigate what that was. Dude, this music, I can't hear if somebody's gonna like step in from the corner of the screen. Feel it in my chest.
Oz, got the power back on.
Oh my god, their door's open. That's not their door. Oh, shit.
My boy. Oswald.
It's gonna fucking end now, too. Oh my. Okay, so I want to start off this discussion just by talking about the future. We're going to take a step forward instead of taking a step back. And also, you might notice I'm wearing my hoodie. I'm pretty cold right now, and I know I always wear my flannel uniform. That's what I've done for the past reactions, but I think this is appropriate. I mean, it's still the same universe. We are repping the merch, so it works, but I know it's funny because I always say it before the reaction. It's kind of the stereotypical thing with the intros that you have to do. Be like, oh, I'm excited to see where this all goes. So it's like, no shit, but truly, when I'm talking about I'm excited to see how this goes and I have no idea how it's going to play out, I mean that when I say it. The big thing it all boils down to is trying to predict what's going to happen. I obviously know that there are some things that can't happen because of the fact that this is serving a larger story technically, even though it feels a little bit disconnected as of right now. This is still part of the Batman franchise, saga, the main storyline. So it has to arrive at a specific destination specifically for Oz, but then also like these characters, like there's things that can't happen that I wouldn't say jeopardize, but they put too much of like, how are you going to explain this in the Batman Part 2 if this section of Gotham's blown up or if this happened and we didn't touch up on it? I just know, and I think we all do, that there are certain things that just can't happen for the sake of plot because of this connection. But then that also accounts for the idea that, yes, we kind of already know that Oz is going to win this war. Somehow, I have no idea, but he has to, for one, because he's going to be in the next movie, and because of two, he is the Penguin. I spoke about this before in previous episodes, that there is never a world where Sophia is going to win over Oz. Nothing to do with the writing or the characterization or the acting, because it's all fantastic, but it just truly comes down to who these characters are. The Penguin is a much larger presence than Sophia. It's just, that's the nature of it. That's what's going to happen. But again, just how they arrive at this point, I have no idea, because I always made the prediction that Vic is going to die. I still believe that Vic and his mother, Oz's mother, I think they're doomed. They're going to die either next episode or in the finale. I sort of think Vic will die in the finale and Oz's mom will die next episode, but we'll get more into that in just a bit. But I always kind of said that it would be Oz would kill Vic, and they kind of addressed that in, which episode was that? That wasn't episode 2, was it? I think that was episode 3 with the scene with the police when he was trying to leave with his girlfriend, and then he's like, oh, he's going to kill me, he's going to kill me. I feel like the writers are subtly poking fun that I know that the audience is going to think that. So they're doing an interesting way of saying, yes, we're aware that you're going to believe this way, but it's actually not going to happen this way. So how Vic dies, I don't know. See, I think Sophia is either going to torture or kill Oz's mom, but I don't want it to be where it gets back on Vic to where Oz blames it on Vic. Like, they must have followed you and found out where you are, and you got my mom killed as a byproduct. Like, he doesn't know that Eve is the one who ratted him out, so he puts the blame on Vic. I don't want that to happen, but I think it's a possibility. But the whole thing with his mom is this episode is very interesting. When that scene, it was very intense. It was beautiful, wonderfully acted, where she was saying, you know, I want to die with dignity. I want you to do it. If my mind goes, take me out. And it was him promising her that he would do that. So he's sort of coming to terms and accepting that death for her is imminent and it's going to happen, and that she's like reassuring that you're going to be okay. You're going to come out on top even when I'm gone. But the issue is, if Sophia gets to her, if Sophia's the one that kills her, it's a completely different story, because then it wouldn't really be on her terms. Naturally, that just throws a wrench in the whole sort of dilemma that Oz is facing, because he's going to reach a breaking point. If this guy hasn't already, he's going to, because he always said his mom's what keeps him honest, which is a crazy thing to believe, that this guy is like, he's been in check so far, but when his mom is gone, what the hell is going to happen? If Vic is gone, it's just going to get crazy. And speaking of Vic, this episode too, I know he's kind of had turning points, but I feel like this is truly the one. We had the one in the previous episode where he was at the crossroads of a sorts, where he's like, should I leave, go to California, or should I stay and sort of be everything that my father was warning me about, not wanting me to do? But then he also viewed that as his opportunity, as someone who's lost everything, and just Oz has sold him. He's a manipulator, but Oz is kind of a salesman, because he was pitching to him the whole thing of like, oh, you want to be a nobody, you want to leave, good news, you already have this life, but then if you want to amount to something, you got to work for it, you got to kill, you got to fight, you got to stay in the fire. And he's good what he did. He's leading him astray. We've seen this is a real world thing. It is a pretty basic principle when it comes to criminals, specifically organizations and gangs. It all has to do with upbringing for one, but also situational. We have Vic, who's homeless. He's an orphan, easily manipulated, but then also there is that within himself, there's just the wanting to get out of this hole. And then sometimes our moral compass will shift, because you're back. I know this is fictional, but in the sense of the character, he's backed into a wall and out of options. So he just completely went for it. And now I feel like he's actually killed someone. He shot someone. This is it. There is truly no going back, and he's never going to be the same after this. And even Oz was saying it gets easier. It's a dark and tender moment. It's just insane to think about. He's like encouraging him, the whole reinforcing, oh, I'm proud of you. Your dad would be proud of you. And it's it's crazy. It's also weird just to see the evolution of Vic, how he just was kind of shy and on the fence before he came back for Oz. Then he ran someone over. He was like, Leia, let's go, fuck yeah, and shit. And then he was like tackling Taj and he punched him, but you could see on his face he wanted to do it. He's like, when Oz was saying, oh, you have to be with my mother, he's like, I thought I'd be with you with the guys. Like, he's excited for this. Oh man, Vic is changing. He's not that same kid from Crown Point anymore. Gotham, Arkham, this whole place, this world, this lifestyle, it changes people. It makes monsters. And there's going to be sacrifice along the way. This is what I'm talking about, where I'm wondering, who's it going to be? Because you have to imagine it's sort of going to be like Oz, when he reaches the top, they're trying to tell the story of the journey there and how you try to aspire to be in this position, but every time you gain something, you're always going to lose something. And for him, the most important thing is the people he cares about. He's kept his mom a secret from everyone, and now he's developed true feelings for Vic. So if he loses those pieces, it will be that sort of iconic loneliness atop the mountain. There's no one else there to enjoy the view with him. So it's sad. It's a tragedy, but he's a villain. He's brought this all upon himself. And just imagining the ending, I'm just trying to like visualize what it could be, what the final shot could be. Because I know Oz spoke about getting his mom a penthouse, and we always trying to see the best view of the city, but I always kind of imagine it quite literally, where I'm thinking, the final episode, it could almost be in a way a little cyberpunky, because that whole thing, well, I don't know if the genre really is all about, I'm really just basing this off Cyberpunk 2077, but that game really does hit home a little bit with this, the whole side of ambition and becoming a legend in a sense, somebody that the people are going to remember. That's what Oz is always saying. They're going to immortalize our names. They're going to remember this night. It's all about creating not only an image of yourself, but just a name for yourself, the legacy, something that will outlive you, that will last on forever. But just going back to Cyberpunk, it tells a similar story to where it is rising up in the ranks and becoming this mythic figure, but pieces are going to fall. You're going to lose a lot to get there. There's going to be so much sacrifice. So I do think one of the final things will be Oz on top, but just no one there, no one by his side. And is Sophia dead? I don't know. Like I can see like a morbid situation where to get back, if she does kill his mom, he gets back at her if he like strangles her to death, which is kind of her fear in a sense. The whole thing of the hangman, and that's her end, is by this person who wronged her getting back at her in the manner that her father killed all those women that drove her crazy to where she's scratching her own neck and visualizing hanging of her mother. And if Oz is the one to do that in the end, I don't know. That's a possibility. I don't see Oz killing Vic anymore, but I don't imagine how Vic is going to die. I don't see it. I think Sophia will kill his mom, but I can't see them repeating the same for Vic. So I don't know. And then if we sort of shift gears here to the Batman, where's my guy? Where is he? There's a lot going on. I understand it's a big city, can't be everywhere. Gotham is huge. It looked like when he was talking to Vic, it looked on the wall that we had the 3 islands, downtown, midtown, and uptown, which is in right here, this book, The Art of the Batman. So they got that right. Good job. But no, Gotham is a huge city. Crime rate is up. People are dying now. They're hung up on the streets. It's like I need a little bit of continuity for Batman. I'm not saying I need a cameo because I know he's not going to be in as much as I would have loved to, but also just realizing that this is really disconnected, and it would feel weird if you had these scenes with Oz and Sophia, and it's this intimacy of dialogue that's between these characters, and then all of a sudden Batman just steps into the scene. It would be like, what is this? But I just need some. I keep drawing back to the bat signal. I'm like, there's so many night shots and there's no bat signal in the sky. Where is it? But bringing that back to Oz looking at the view from the penthouse, so to speak, I can see where it is him isolated, lonely, and then he looks up and he snickers because he sees the bat signal in the sky, and he knows that he's going to gain the attention of the Batman, and then the show ends. That's like sort of the final shot. That's a possibility. I would also love if they got Jeffrey Wright back as Gordon, because HBO loves Jeffrey Wright, but I think it would also be interesting if, let's say, Oz didn't kill Sophia, because it's either Sophia dies or she gets locked up. I don't think she would flee the city. Those are really her only 2 options, are either death or capture. I mean, naturally, she would go back to Arkham, but in the sense that she did get locked up, I would love if it was Gordon who did it. He locked them up, but then we can have that sense of continuity, because then it would be Penguin being like, oh, you could be like, hey, Gordon, where's your costume partner? I can't do the Penguin accent, obviously. But they could have a fun little dialogue between them where he's like, oh, don't you worry, Oz, he'll come for you soon enough. So kind of like subtly teases the Batman Part 2 or something. I know I'm looking for anything. This is why I'm not a writer on the show, but I do imagine that's maybe something along those lines. It has to end in a way that Oz is at the point where he's accepted the name of the Penguin. This is my legacy. I'm the Kingpin now, but also has to address the fact that he's now in the spotlight of this mythical figure, and that Batman is going to come for him. And then I don't know. I want to keep this discussion short. This was a very good episode. I think the dialogue, the writing in this episode in particular, has been some of the best it has been for this entire show. The moment between Eve and Sophia especially was really, really good. And I knew Sophia would let her go and respect her, because it comes back to the whole thing to where she was trying to protect the women, and the whole thing with her charity about her mother's death. And it really just all came back and connected to that, because those are Eve's friends. It's the working girls in the club, the ones that Carmine killed. So they had that connection there. They were both wronged by the same two people, these same two men, Carmine and Oz. So I really like that moment, and I think it was directed and written incredibly well, but also the acting, the nuances that they took in between their speeches and just playing with the environment. I thought that was one of the best scenes of the entire show. I think it's heavily underrated, but I really, really like that scene, and that and the conversation between Oz and his mom, and even the one between Oz and Vic. Like, these one-on-one moments throughout this episode. I mean, throughout the series have been amazing, but I feel like especially in this episode have just been phenomenal. And I'm very nervous for next week. Again, it's like me coming to terms with that these characters are going to die, because the writing is on the wall for that. But I am sad, because I naturally don't want to see that happen. But next week is going to be intense. I feel like it's going to be scary, but I also feel like when we're going to get the flashback of Oz as a kid, or just see what happened to his brothers, because we still need that storyline to be wrapped up. There's a lot of questions so far. I feel like next week is going to be a much larger discussion, partly because I just want to get this episode out. And of course, if it's the episode before the finale, the discussion is going to be a lot larger for sort of predictions. And then I feel like a behemoth of not only an episode, because it is the longest episode of the show, the finale, if you didn't know, but my discussion, because I'm going to be talking a lot about the Batman Part 2, because we are going to transition the reins of point of view from Oz back to Bruce. So there's a lot of implications. I wonder if Matt Reeves is going to tease anything in the sort of behind the scenes, or if there's anything after the end credits. I don't think so, but just in case, like, it's a big question mark on the next 2 weeks. And I'm very excited to find out, and I hope you guys are too. I did mention that their movie reactions are going to be starting again. I'm going to commit to next Friday. I keep saying that every week, but it's just how it happens. But 100% next Friday, movie reaction is coming. So the next episode, I'll reveal what it is. What an intense time. I'm sad to see the show go, but also very excited because more of this is coming. Matt Reeves has been talking to HBO. I wonder who they could do. But I'll save that sort of talk for the finale when I do talk about the future, the predictions, everything that it has to do with the Batverse, because I have quite a lot to say, but they'll all be reserved for the finale. And I hope to see you guys there with me, and I hope we can experience it together. So until then, have a great rest of your day, rest well, and until the next.